intro video. I was like, wait, and we're live. Well, hello. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day to those that celebrate. I celebrated by staying in my bed most of the day and watching movies. But hello. I am Heather, and to my left, your right, maybe one of those things, is the beautiful and wonderful and very patient and understanding and lets me vent to her, Amber. And
Hello.
together, we're like, I feel like a superhero. And together, we are the Broadway Fan Club.
With our powers combined.
By our powers combined. I feel like that's it's like we bring the north and south together and we meet in the mid. It's fantastic. Hey Jeff. Oh, Jeff's gonna go see Stereophonic Wednesday. Oh, you're gonna have to let us know how it goes. I'm very jealous.
Oh yes, I'm very jealous.
I'm very jealous. But you know what? It's gonna be a wonky week. At least over here, it's a wonky week. It's spooky season, y'all. It's been spooky season, but like October happened. I constantly live in spooky season. Like I'm working on the Haunted Mansion bedroom right now. Got the spookiness going. But like this is my favorite time of year. So HHN started last week. I'm going to Howl-O-Scream Orlando at SeaWorld. Opening night, Friday night. I am so excited. And then like weird theater things are happening, but good theater things are happening. So that's cool. We have a really great meeting coming up about The Boy Who Loved Batman. So stay tuned for that. To be continued. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to go see Incubus tomorrow night. Which I'm very excited.
That's so fun.
I've seen them once before, and it was at the Innings Fest. And like, I love Incubus. I can't remember. I have to like look this up because I'm just very forgetful right now because it's been a weird week. Amber got a new puppy in to foster. I want to hear more about this.
Yes, I am. Well, it's not a foster. It's my coworker's dog, Eli.
Oh.
I'm just giving her a little vacation.
Okay.
And helping her out. So we'll be hanging out with Eli for a week. Let me see if I can go grab him.
Yeah. And I looked it up. I had to remember they are performing all of the, oh my God, morning view. Wait, zoom. I gotta like zoom in. Oh my God. Hi, Eli. Aw. Does he have a bow tie on?
It's like a little flower thing. Yeah.
That's adorable. Oh, I just want to
very cute.
Tell him he's a good boy. Aww.
Yeah, he's super cute. And he's adjusting well.
I got to spend time at my friend's cat cafe because it was one of their kids' birthdays. And so a bunch of like my theater friends and I last Friday. Wow, it feels like a whole week's gone by. It hasn't. But they got these new kitties in. I have to see if you guys can see this. Can you guys see this?
Oh, they're so cute.
The one on top is Kristen. And that one right there is Dax. So they're named after Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard.
That's hilarious.
Kristen has this cute little tail. So like Dax just playing with it. I got it on video. It was just ridiculously cute. But
that is so cute.
It kind of felt like I fed my theater soul for a little bit because it was like people I don't usually get to hang out with all at once. You know, we'll see each other at Fringe or at different shows. But I got to see like really like people that I really respect in our industry as far as like local theaters. I mean, I respect them in general, but as far as local theater is concerned, and everyone, we talked about everything from the Broadway Fan Club, which I love to know that like my friends are like excited about stuff. And now that like we're the go-to for Broadway info, my buddy Dave was like, what do you know about this? And I was like, oh, I already have a group for that we just started. He's like, you know more than this? And I'm like, yep, I do. He's like, I should just stop asking at this point. Just assume you know all of it. But we talked about Sleep No More for a little bit. We talked about, because Dave and Roswell, Dave has been going for years. I think he's on like 8 or 9 visits. So we talked about that. We talked about Life and Trust. But it was nice. It just felt like I fed my theater soul a little bit. Since, if you guys haven't noticed, I haven't hit New York City at all in the month of August. I feel very uncomfortable. It's weird.
I know. I've been more than
You did.
you.
We traded spots, but it worked well. You got all those great marquees, and you got to see the show with Mama Dukes. And I see Olivia is going to go see Water for Elephants on the 15th with Kyle. That's part of our topics tonight because we had to say so long farewell to Grant Gustin.
I'll be saying goodbye. Yep.
The sun has set. Okay, I'm going to keep going there. I was very much in a Sound of Music mood before, maybe because I have the vinyl and I might have been listening to it today for absolutely no reason. But yeah, it's going to be a weird month, but in like the best way possible. And if you stay towards the end of the show tonight, we'll tell you who our special guest is going to be at the end of September. I'm so very excited. So
yes.
And I've heard, Amber, from my buddy Tim that's in Connecticut, you guys are like getting the fall weather. All the festivals are starting. I'm very jealous. I have to come visit.
Yes. I went to a fair last weekend with my mom. It was so fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm excited to hear more about it. Guys, the Burr months are here, y'all. The Burr months are here.
Yes. My favorite. I think we're both December babies. And yeah. I don't know about you, but I am like a full, like, by the book December baby because I love the winter. I love it so much.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm definitely like a full by the book December baby Sagittarius.
Yes.
Which I was reminded of again last night. I had a friend who was like, now I remember why I really love you. Thanks. But
right.
Yeah, no, I live in Florida. Our winter months don't really exist. We don't have changing of the fall leaves. You'll see pictures of Florida fall and it's like a palm frond on the ground. It's true. So that's why I go up north and then I freeze and I'm like, oh, why did I do this? I want to get back to the humidity. But no, I love the Burr months. I like to have to like not have my air conditioning on, open up the windows. Although my new apartment that I've been in, there's one window in the whole house that actually opens. Did I tell you this?
Oh, wow. No.
So I have all the windows are on one side. I'm kind of in like the format. This looks really inappropriate. I can't do it. So imagine my apartment's like this. So like my bedroom's here. Look at my new nails, by the way. Bedroom's here, guest room's here, entrance is here. All the windows are here. So I have a window to my right that's just a window. It does not open. Like there's no crankshaft, there's no lifting, nothing. Then I have my patio door and I have two windows and then I have my bedroom, big windows. And one of those I can crank open, like just open it up a little bit. So it'll be really interesting. I want the cool, crisp air. I want to be under a couple of blankets when it's in the 30s. I'm here for it. So bring it on. Bring it on. So without further ado, I will stop talking. This is the most talking I've done all day. Amber, let's get this show going.
Let's get this show on the road, I guess so.
Beep, beep, baby, beep, beep.
Well, as always, we'll start with our, sad and bad news with our closing news. We have closing Sunday, September 8th, Cats the Jellicle Ball, which
that was a limited run intentionally anyways.
Limited run. They did extend, yes. They actually had a lot of cast illness in the beginning of their run, which I think had to do with part of the reason of their extension, just because they actually wanted to get a chance to go on and perform the way they should and deserved to go to, because I heard phenomenal things about that production.
Yeah, I had friends that went multiple times over.
Very upset that I didn't get a chance to see that one.
You're a little muffled, but you got really loud when you said very upset, so we know you're very upset.
Sorry. It's probably my voice. We also have, this is a shout out to you, Heather, closing on September 29th, Sleep No More.
We say.
So we say.
And then September 22nd, they'll be like, oh, by the way, S&M has been extended.
extended itself several times. So we'll see if that actually comes
it
to
was supposed
fruition.
to close. I think the original closing date was what, January?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it went for my birthday last year again, and I was like, because that's been like my trend. And I was like, oh, goodbye, Sleep No More. It was like so sad. I had my one-on-one. I like got all of my little goodies. And I'm just like, and they extended. And which is amazing. And I still haven't gone back because I was like, okay, you say your final goodbyes and then like you can't quantify it. I mean, you can, but I'm excited for Life of Trust. Seriously.
And then, yes, as Gabriella and Olivia both have mentioned, there was sadly the announcement that the Notebook will be closing in December 15th to be exact. So get your tickets.
Right after
get
my birthday.
in to see that show right before mine.
I know.
Get in to see that show before it closes. I'm so glad that they didn't, abruptly have to close.
Well,
and
remember,
that they were able
we heard that they were supposed to be closing Labor Day. They were supposed to be closing this weekend. Like the cast and crew, from what we've been told, were actually informed they were closing this weekend. They came through with a Hail Mary of an extension, and they're closing right before the holiday season. So I think they're just trying to do it. I don't know if they're making room for another big star show because of their location, but to be continued to find out more. And then don't forget, guys, we do run a notebook group. So I will put up our link tree, and you can just go right to the website, www.thebroadwayfanclub.com, and you can check out between the pages. There's some diehard fans in there, and we absolutely love it. We love our members because I think I even saw somebody was like, I never could bring enough tissues, but now I'm fully loaded that I have enough tissues for me and all the people around me.
I know. I saw that too. They were like, I bring tissues for everyone like that I'm sitting near too. Which is so funny.
I tried so hard to not cry in that show because like the movie, like there's so many, you guys are going to hate me and it's fine. There's so many things that like drive me crazy about the movie, and I'm not like, oh my God, but I wanted to see it because I wanted to make sure, one, that we could talk effectively about the show. Two, I mean, it's a very, very, very close to what's going on with my family. In the Alzheimer's dementia spectrum. But like that was also the night that I found out right before going to the show that my stepdad had a stroke. And they were giving us just mere days. And knock on wood, he's still kicking. But I found out literally right before I was sitting at DD Soup Dumpling. I love them so much. They literally looked at me. They're like, we're taking care of you. You want this, blah, blah, blah. And then I had to walk over to the Notebook, already super stressed out, already had like cried, already was like, all right, I'm in this emotional phase. Let's go. And then you guys probably remember my review of the stinky, mean people that I sat next to, which just irked me on. But I was like, all right, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Second act comes. I'm like, and the whole audience is just weeping. So get your tissues, go see the show. I think it's pretty good if you care about loved ones and you want to kind of understand a struggle, for sure.
And be mindful, Joy Woods is in Ragtime at City Center in October and November. So if you are going to the Notebook to see her specifically, just be mindful of those dates.
It's a good tip.
Make sure you check out the schedule of when she will be there. And we will also post those dates in the Broadway Fan Club for you to be aware of. Again, if you're looking to go see the Notebook specifically for Joy, but we recommend the Notebook just for that entire cast because they're all wonderful.
Yeah, they're really incredible. And do you want to tell people what you think this rumor is that you're hearing that correlates with the Notebook?
Well, the rumor is that John Cardoza might be reprising his role as Christian and heading back to the Ruse.
Oh my God. I would, that man. I loved him in Moulin Rouge too. Yeah.
That would be so fantastic.
I'm here for it. And why, now I know it's been off Reddit. Why do you think that he's going to the Rouge?
People were saying because he followed several people that are related to Moulin Rouge, and he followed them on Instagram.
Sneaky, sneaky.
And just the connections are there. So people pay attention to these things.
Yeah. Jeff had a question. I'm trying to respond to it now, Jeff. Roommates, is it an equity production? As far as we understand, everything is an equity production. I haven't been anything different online. They did hire equity specific. And then as far as the longest opening number, I would be happy to research that for you.
I'm going to give it to Ragtime. I really think it's Ragtime because that opening number is just a production
I have the vinyl in the next room over. We can just listen to it all.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But in my opinion, it's Ragtime. I think we might have talked about this before. I'm Googling it
while you're giving everybody their facts of the day.
All right. So our next fact, after shows that will be departing with us, we will be talking about some actors that will be departing. Again, as we mentioned at the top of the show, Grant Gustin said goodbye to Water for Elephants. He is expecting his second child, and he has departed the company and played his last performance at the matinee yesterday, which was very well received. It was a sold-out performance. The audience loved it. Everyone
I'm so glad people came out for that. I mean, not like we were. And I really hope in the deepest of hopes that they welcome Kyle Selig as well as they've welcomed Grant.
Absolutely.
I think that the difference is Grant had his Broadway debut, but he has a singing background. He has a very big acting background. Kyle started Broadway and then moved into movies and TV and voiceovers and back to Broadway. But I think he's got like more of like the Broadway followers that'll follow him over. And then I think Grant had more of like the Flash and Gleeks followed him over. So we're going to see how this goes. And I can't wait. I think he's going to be perfect for the role. I think he's just adorable. His voice is so lovely too. And I think he has a personality to pull off Jacob.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he does with it. He's going to do great things.
Yes, absolutely. Jeff, if you know that Patty's not part of equity, I can't say it. I'm going to say the show is going to hire specifically equity, but it's Patti LuPone to respond to your post here if you guys aren't reading in the comments. It's Patti LuPone. I'm sure there's something around it. We don't have a specifics of it. I wish that we were experts in all those fields, but we can only do what we can do.
Yes, absolutely.
Are we going to come see Kyle?
Yes, I would love to go see Kyle. That is definitely on my to-do list.
In fact, I received a very, very fun message today. It was like, "You're going to the show." Yes, I am. No, I'm telling you, yes, I'm already planning on going to the show. Yes, that was not a doubt in my mind. I'm very excited. Water for Elephants was, it's always, I think, as I choke, stand by. Thank you, Zephyr.
No choking, no choking.
Yeah, no choking, no dying here. It's spooky season. Just put me outside on the balcony. I'll be my own Halloween decoration. Oh man. Anyways, I told you it's gonna be a weird day. Amber and I were like talking at 6:30, like, do we want to do a show tonight? Yeah, all right, we'll do a show tonight. Because it's Monday, of course we have to do a show. But I just lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. Oh, why? I told you. I wish I was not sober right now. I'm just this ridiculous right now. Water for Elephants is always going to hold a good place in both Amber and my hearts. It's the first time we got to meet in person after several months of being friends and running groups together. It was the first opening night of Broadway of a Broadway show that we both got to attend. But we had already befriended so many cast and crew, and we were so very fortunate and appreciative. We stood on the red carpet. Like, we got to interface with these people in such a lovely way. And honestly, Amber, I'm going to say it every time we talk about opening night, to sit in that theater at the Imperial with nobody around since all the house were having a meeting, and it was just performers warming up and the two of us sitting in that theater. That was a big power. That was a core memory for me.
Yeah.
Sitting there, not a single soul around besides just you and I, watching the warm-ups and just kind of going, we're home. We're home.
Yeah.
This is right. And that's where we started to both kind of realize, like, we're a very good dynamic duo.
Yeah.
And we kind of put it to the test opening night at the party. And we had our great moments. And honestly, if it wasn't for Amber, we would have never met Larry in person because he was on our group, but we didn't really have any kind of like connotation of him. And luckily enough, Larry stands out in the most rock star way possible from a group. And I still remember that very moment. You're like, I think that's Larry Lilly. And I'm like, oh, I think you're right. And you're like, I don't want to go up. Do you want to say something? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I walk right up and I'm like, hi, are you Larry? And he's like, oh, Heather, right? How do you know me? And we just got into this great conversation. So very appreciative.
Funny.
Yeah, that. And the cast and crew, guys, like, I know you guys, a lot of you have met them or interfaced with them or stage door with them. They really are such a lovely, crazy little family. If anyone's following Marissa, she posted a very sweet post on social today about her and her friendship with Grant. And I think it's just so lovely to see these people. Even Stan posted something earlier too. And that's the magic of theater is this is your family, whether you like it or not.
Right. Absolutely.
But yeah. So long farewell. Happy trails to Mr. Gustin and hello. Ding dong, ni hao. It's a time Selig.
Yep.
Who was there watching the show last night, by the way?
Yes. We also have Kevin D'Aguila leaving the company of Little Shop.
I know.
As he was playing Mr. Mushnick. He had been with the company since May. And he's fantastic. We don't have any word of who will be stepping into the owner of the flower shop role. So I'm excited for the announcement, which hopefully will be coming.
Maybe it's Seymour's time to get rid of the Mushnick and just be N Son.
Tomorrow, right? N Son, right? So I'm very excited to see who will be coming in. So pay attention to Little Shop and see who will be stepping into those shoes.
And oh wait, we run a Little Shop group.
We do.
So follow along right there. All right, what's next?
Next, we have as we were talking about the roommate before, just wanted to mention that Patti LuPone is back on Broadway with Mia Farrow. The roommate did open.
What a terrific coupling.
Right, it's true. And that did open on August 29th. So that's very exciting to have Miss LuPone back on Broadway, as big of a name as she is.
And Mia Farrow. Guys, come on.
And Mia Farrow, yeah. Sure. I'm like obsessed with Rosemary's Baby. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Are you really?
Yeah, I could watch it like over and over again.
Amazing.
We also had some casting announcements. The full cast for Tammy Faye was announced this week, which is fantastic.
With a few familiar faces.
Saw several familiar faces. There were, I think, 3 or 4 company members from Sweeney Todd that were announced in the company of
the first one I zoomed in on was Raymond J. Lee, friend of the show, and I love him so much. And I just saw his little face, and I was like, "Oh, I can't wait! I'm so excited!"
Of course, which is so funny that you're going from like Demon Barber to like Holy Gospel,
Demon Barber to rock and roll to gospel,
right?
Yeah,
true.
But if anyone can do it, it's him.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we have the revival of Romeo and Juliet, starring Rachel Zegler and Kit Connor, preemptively extending. They are already They're already knowing, like, this is gonna be a hit. We
Well, but
are
look at that cast.
right, it's true. It's gonna be, like, the kind of, like, happening thing right now, and I know, like, it's so uncool for me to say how happening it
No,
is.
but you know what? And a lot of people are like, grumble, grumble, Romeo and Juliet. And you're like, no, but it's been a long time. And I think first off, if the name Rachel Zegler sounds familiar to anybody, she was Maria in West Side Story, like the new movie version. Her voice, I mean, on
Right.
top of so many accreditations. Kit Connor, I don't know if y'all know Kit Connor. He's
Heartstopper.
Yes. But also, I fun fact, I'm a huge Elton John fan, and he played in Rocket Man. He was like
Really?
older,
I didn't know
he was
that.
older Reggie, so he was like
Okay.
the older yeah. And I'm just like looking through. I'm trying to see Heartstopper, yes. But yeah, I mean, he can sing Elton and portray Elton. He can do anything else. He also said Ready Player One. He's got like some cute like little creds to him, but like he's got a British accent, y'all. Okay.
I just really think this production seems such like it has such a cool vibe to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like the traditional. I don't know. We know nothing really about it, but I want to, selfish reasons, want to see like the 90s version of Romeo and Juliet, the movie, like the Leo DiCaprio, Claire Danes one, merged with like old school, like, oh my God, did you just see her breasts in the movie when you watched it in like middle school? Yeah.
Right.
On stage. Oh, and wait, we have a group for that too.
We do.
I don't think there's a show out there that we don't have a group for that wasn't already created. And we do get asked a lot, like, do you guys have an outsiders group? We don't, because there was already one created and we don't want to step on anyone's toes. Why recreate the wheel? Same thing with Wicked, same thing with Hamilton. But we did just add a new group as of yesterday.
We did.
It was September 1st, which is International Heathers Day. And
absolutely,
they made the best announcement ever.
Look at you jumping around.
I was so excited. So for those of you that have no idea why I'm like, yes, they're bringing Heathers back, guys. And we haven't heard word if it's going Broadway or off Broadway, but I'm like 99.9% sure it's Broadway. Because they tried the off Broadway a couple years ago. It bombed. I don't know how it bombed, but it did. Which devastates me. But also, like, it's such a freaking cult classic following. And everyone always asks me if my mom named me after the movie. And I get very offended. And I'm like, no, but she should have. She named me after the flower. It's true. I'm an ever-flowing evergreen or a purple flower. I was so excited. Amber made the post in the Broadway Fan Club, our main group. And I was like, why didn't she make the group? So I like immediately jump in and I'm like, okay, Heather's a musical, fan group. Also find that on the BroadwayFanClub.com. And she calls me. She's like, you really just wanted to have a group named after you, didn't you? Yes, Amber. It's just Heather's fan group. That's what it is.
Right.
But it really is Heather's a musical fan group. I'm so excited. If you haven't ever seen a local production of it or any production of Heather's, but you have Spotify or you have YouTube, don't look at the bootleggy stuff, but listen to the cast recording. It's amazing.
It's so fun.
The 80s are getting their little bit of a revival. We've been in like 90s-ville for a little bit, which I'm totally down for, but the 80s are making their way back too. And I'm here for it.
Absolutely. One of my favorite movies, again, Heather's is one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite.
Have you seen it live?
Soundtracks.
You saw Heather's live?
No, have not. Just obsessed with the soundtrack, obsessed with the music.
Cast recording?
I've only seen the pro shoot, the Roku, West End, pro shot that was released, I think, in 2022.
I have to play. It's an explicit song, so I'm not they're all explicit, but.
Are we gonna have a problem? You got a bone to pick? You've come so far. Why now are you pulling on my dick? I'd normally slap your face off. And
y'all, come on.
Watch. I'm feeling nice. Here's some advice. Listen up, biatch.
On the Broadway cruise, a girl did this song with her mom.
That's so funny. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
very
it's a
much
great
like,
show.
it reminds me of Revolting Children too. If you've ever listened to like Matilda and We Are the Revolting Children, it's like the power palette.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Oh, I love her so much. And I don't know, I will speculate and figure out who they're gonna cast. But Barrett Wilbert Weed like can do no wrong either. Like I'm just so excited. So yes, I'm giddy. I'm gonna be bouncing until we get more information. I'm gonna be like this.
I saw on a Dreamcast post someone was saying that they would love to see Leslie Rodriguez Kritzer as Miss Fleming, and I think that would be the best.
But who would you cast as Heather and Veronica?
Honestly, I haven't gotten that far. I just know that Leslie would be an amazing Miss Fleming.
Oh yeah. But I also kind of see like some of our like Moulin Rouge girls going over to Heather's.
Oh yeah.
Like, can you imagine Courtney Reed and Ashley Lauren?
Honestly, I could see your girl Jasmine from Six, your Orlando girl, being a Heather.
I can see Jazz. I saw a video. What was it? She did 54 Below or something. It was some cabaret. Y'all, just chills. It's such a freaking powerhouse, and it's just I'm so like hometown pride for sure.
Yeah, I could absolutely see her as one of the Heathers.
Yeah. Ooh, this is fun. Okay.
Yeah.
We have lots to speculate. We'll have a speculation show one of these days.
Right?
Be like, rumors. What would you like? And you know what? Maybe we'll do like one of those like brackets, like
whoever fun. Yeah.
Things to think about. But yes, next.
Well, before we got sidetracked, before someone changed the topic over to Heather's, I just wanted to mention that we also have some Romeo and Juliet bracelets, some star-crossed bracelets.
Oh, I love those, Amber. Yeah, or is that like a brown and is it like a pinky brown? Like a taupe?
It is like a neon orange and neon blue. Like, because their colors are all very neon bright for the show. It's like a very kind of bright themed. All of their
that's why I'm like it's very
media. Yeah, their media is very bright.
Teal, orange, yellow.
Yes.
I'm here for it. I did
so we have
our Etsy link, by the way.
We do have some Romeo and Juliet bracelets. I believe we also have ones that say like these violent ends are the famous Romeo and Juliet line that I can't think of right now.
There's a lot.
These violent delights have their violent ends or something. It comes as a really cute set.
Yes, I love our sets too. So if you guys have no idea what we're talking about, we have been doing these really fun beaded bracelets. Amber has been working her little fingers off for months. It's literally how we're funding the Broadway Fan Club. So go check out our Etsy shop. It's thebroadwayfanclub.etsy.com, or you can go to www.thebroadwayfanclub.com and click on our Etsy shop link. With that being said, we also have other merch available, don't we, Amber?
We do. We just recently got our t-shirts in. Which are fantastic. We currently have 2 designs in our shop.
And we're going to be uploading more. I talked to Joe and Kirby. I actually randomly ran into them at STP last week. Not STP. Yeah, Stone Temple Pilots, not the bar event that's right on the corner for me that I also go to. I love it. But if you ever in Orlando, you'll know where to find me. But they have been working extra hard to get female cuts, like ladies cuts, tank tops, hoodies. We're going to have all of that available. So if there's something specific you want, don't hesitate to reach out. We also have like another 10 different shirt designs coming right now. If you go to thebroadwayfanclub.com and click on our merch, or if you want to go to this very long link of I Know a Guy t-shirts and more, print, Avo. Don't do that. Just go right to the website. Make yourselves much easier here. It is veteran owned and operated. They are really incredible. They are dear, dear, dear friends of mine. And in the shop right now, you will see, Do I Hear a Waltz? Like a plan, Do I Hear a Waltz? If you want to show your diplomatic, democratic response, I don't know. If you want to vote, if you just want to have a playful political shirt, have at it. We also have our Only Broadway Fan shirt, which is really fun because I get a lot of compliments on it when I wear mine. We'll be working on our Broadway Fan Club t-shirt design as well. And then we have a whole lot of other fun things coming your way. Please make sure to go and support. If there's anybody I'm going to support, I want to support friends that are local business, that are veteran owned and operated. Like, I want to give back to my community as much as possible. And I'm very happy that Amber agrees. So
yeah,
that was a mouthful. All right. What's next on the list?
Next up on the list, we have directorial announcements.
Ooh.
We had an announcement this week that James Monroe Iglehart and Christine, I'm not sure how to pronounce this last name, Sajos, will be co-directing A Wonderful World with Christopher Renshaw, which is very exciting because not only will James be starring as Louis Armstrong, but he will also be co-directing the production now. So it'll be very interesting to see his perspective as both lead actor and co-director.
Well, and I think for anybody that can do that, it's going to be him because he's used to playing very diverse and dynamic characters on stage. He's been doing it for forever. He's been bred in this like Disney Broadway thing, but it's interesting to like kind of direct yourself as well.
Right.
But you can tell with that, and you guys have seen the videos, and we'll repost them closer to the holidays as well, from Broadway Con. That man is so passionate about the life of Louis Armstrong. So
I was going to say, you can tell he's going to bring something like special.
Yeah, and I really think that he probably was like, look, I know what I want to do. I have to put this into a directive motive for whenever, something else comes along. Or they bring somebody else into the role, or they go on tour. He's probably just trying to create something because he has this vision he wants to see come to life. So I'm very excited about that for sure.
Yeah, that show is definitely on my to see list. Not only is the music going to be phenomenal, but just the acting, it's just going to be a great show. I'm very excited to see what it comes to be. All right, let me just scroll through my list, see what else we have. Oh, okay. Ooh, I know you like when I get excited about my list.
I do. See, like, I like my list, but your lists are significantly better when it comes to the show because I feel like it's like, here's a topic, now discuss. Here's a topic, now discuss. And then I get to go all crazy and you're like, I have my list. And it's so effective. I love it.
Right. We had an announcement that our new friends over at the Lunch, Death Becomes Her, when they open at their box office, they will be offering half-price tickets.
Isn't that nuts?
They will be opening next week on September 10th. So mark your calendars, get on over, make sure you're free that day, and you head right over to the Lunch to get. It looks like they're going to have iconic Sempre Viva pins, which means, of course, it'll live forever, like the Death Becomes Her.
It's one of Amber's favorite things in the whole wide world. So
it is, yes. And you can enter to win a prize package, which could include a pair of opening night tickets, a 2-month subscription to Rent the Runway, a Frownies merch package, and a 1-year subscription to Peacock.
Do you know what Rent the Runway is?
Yeah, it's those like where you can like get full out ball gowns.
Yeah. So it reminds me of like Bag Steal or Borrow, which was years ago. There's something that's on the runway and you can literally rent an item that's like either that specific designer or something that's like a copy of it. and you can wear it for a special event. So if you've got an opening night, if you've got a huge audition, if you've got a wedding, if you just want to dress in a ball gown, sit around and eat ice cream, you can do that.
I was gonna say, if you just want to have a Madeline Ashton moment and just wear a full ball gown, like totally do it.
I think everybody in their life should do it. I mean, it's so funny because I have my Madame Leota ball gown, like my cosplay, and like every once in a while, I'm just like, just kind of want to wear my ball gown. Like I have to find I've got to find another reason to wear it, besides like the Comic Cons and Broadway cruises. Woo, yeah. I'm so excited for it. And do you still have some of our Death Becomes Her bracelets?
We do. We have a Sempre Viva bracelet. We also have some sets. We have a Life's a Bitch and Then You Die or Not set, which is very cool.
Yes.
And I believe we have a Death Becomes Her, just a show named bracelet.
I am so like, I want to like figure out what they're going to do for
I believe it's these purple ones over here.
Oh, nice. I see those. Yes, I see the word bitch. Mm-hmm.
Bitch, yep.
I really am curious, like, what their merch is. Am I the only one out there that would be a little bit sad if they didn't have, like, a can of like, spray paint? Like, by far, one of the best things that ever sticks out from that movie to me. And if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, as they're deteriorating years down the road, they still look fabulous. But, you know, every once in a while, your skin peels off or something happens. Yeah. It's like liquid adhesive or like spray paint for like that perfect foundation. It's fantastic.
Yep, absolutely.
And then you and I have tickets, besides going to see it in between, we have tickets with January.
January, yes, which will be very exciting.
So excited. Yeah, Amber's like, hey, there's tickets available. I'm going to buy them. It was on TDF, right?
Yes, TDF.
Yeah. She's like, it's on TDF. I'm getting 2 tickets. I was like, so I'm going to go as your hot date? She's like, yeah. I said, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
we're going. Absolutely. All right, next on the list, we have just some information about Election Day on Broadway. Do you know what's happening on Election Day on Broadway?
I don't know what's happening. I honestly don't know. This is new information.
Well, it's a Tuesday night, so.
Oh. What?
Broadway will be going dark on a Tuesday night.
Oh.
And they will be doing that to allow everyone the opportunity to vote. Yes, Jeffrey, nailed it. The shows will be playing Monday night performances instead. So this way, again, like I was saying, people will have the opportunities to go and cast their vote. Make sure you have a plan to go out and cast your vote.
Guys, I don't know if you realize how big of a deal this is. Broadway doesn't go dark unless it's like a national emergency, a serious death in the industry and community, a threat. There's really not a lot. That's huge. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yep. So yeah, if you live in New York, and you're planning on voting, I even told my friends that are in the Cat Cafe, because you know their cat Bongo is running for president. I don't care if you vote for Bongo. You know, go and vote. And you know,
make a plan.
I will say
make a plan to vote.
Make a plan. Neither Amber nor myself are very politically driven. But when we did the show last week, was it last week?
Yeah.
And we talked about, you know, this like Broadway votes and Broadway for Harris. And we did get a couple. Guys, we have 487,000 plus followers, which is incredible. We had like 2 people that were like, oh, you had to make it political. We're gone. Okay, bye. Clearly, like, we're saying we don't care who you vote for. Just go do it. Like, it's something that sets us apart. Go do it. Make your voices heard. It's really important. And if you don't vote, that's okay too. We're not going to pick on you. I'm also going to, I didn't think I was going to bring it up tonight, Amber, but I kind of feel like since I'm in this negative Nancy mode for a second.
Yeah.
So this is a serious thing, guys. And I just want to bring it to your attention. And it's something that is not going to be we're not going to stand for it. It has been brought to our attention by reliable sources that somebody has been contacting businesses or, groups that we've mentioned on air and have said we do nothing but love them and we're so appreciative for our relationship with them, calling them, using my name, and being very disrespectful, blatantly lying, to the point where I had a phone call the other day to somebody that I've been friends with for years, who happens to be one of our favorite places to go. And I had to end the phone call crying because we found out that somebody had called. I'm not going to mention the business or the person. Somebody had called. That person was not at work that day. They decided to speak to the manager and throw this employee under the bus using my name. It's still gut-wrenching to me. Still gut-wrenching to me that this is happening. We are here. We have a great supportive community. If you've got a problem, look, my friends and Amber, I'm sure you'll agree. If you got haters, you're doing something right, but it does not matter. Do not affect other people. If you have an issue with me, or you've got an issue with Amber, or you have an issue with somebody, talk to us. But don't you dare threaten somebody's job. Don't do that. Not okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be the bitch, but I'm going to be the bitch. When we find out, and we will find out who these people are, we're going to prosecute. It's defamation of character. It's identity theft. Guys, it's serious. Don't fuck around. I'm not trying to be rude, but also don't fuck around. I'm from Florida. My whole family's from New York. My New Yorkers that are in the chat right now know it. This is not something you want to play games with, because it will be, to the extent of the law, not okay. If you fuck with somebody that we have nothing but adoration and appreciation for, and it's somebody that we specifically have mentioned on this show or on socials, don't do it. I appreciate it. And thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. So you're not being rude. That is awful. I feel like I'm being rude because we have almost 500,000 followers, and thank goodness it was only one person that called and tried to get this person in trouble. For whatever reason, this person is also someone who's disabled. They went through a life-threatening illness. They've been working for the same company for over 20 years and have gone out of their way to make sure that we at the Broadway Fan Club are taken care of. Don't do it. So,
right.
I don't want to feel like I'm lecturing everybody else. I just want to let you guys know, if it's something stupid in your brain that you want to do, it's going to be found out. We now, because that came out of far left field, we do have things implemented in place that we can track. So that's it. We'll move on to happier things. And thank you for letting me speak about my TED Talk about bullies. Bullies are not nice.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. I called Amber crying. She was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes. And
well, our last topic to round out the evening would be the topic about Broadway Flea, which is on Sunday, September 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. It is on West 44th and 45th Street, Schubert Alley, and Times Square, with a live auction beginning at 5 o'clock.
I'm so excited. It's literally the most wonderful time of the year. Also, probably why I love the Burr months, because this is a time where everything's so fun. Olivia, we're going to hang out. Amber's going to be at a wedding. She's so lame.
I'm going to be at a wedding. I'm in a wedding. I'm a bridesmaid.
Lame. It's lame. Anyways, is it rude to say, I hope the couple breaks up so you can come to Broadway Flea?
No, that's terrible. That's terrible.
But so Broadway Flea, for, we talked about it before. It is to support Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. It is like one giant garage sale. Every show, even the closed shows. I mean, last year the Michael Crawford Foundation was out. They come out, they do their own thing. They have signature items for some of them. My eyebrow went up and I was like, woohoo. Signature items for some of them. So Hades Town will have Orpheus' Journal, or candles. Moulin Rouge will actually have Frank's and like notes.
Sweeney Todd had Mrs. Lovett's cutting boards.
And the cutting board that some people carried all the way home with them, and they had like the like mask of the makeup. There's some cool stuff, some really cool stuff. There's Creative Goods merch is always puts out like their shirts, like a lot of the show shirts will go on sale for shows that are closed. There's even like the souvenir cups. Things range from literally like the dollar grab bins, which are my favorite because I have found my favorite two finds. Yeah, my favorite two finds. Before Aladdin came to Broadway, they sent out a thumb drive of all of the songs that they were going to be giving to proper investors. So I have the card and the thumb drive.
That's cool.
And then I found for Newsies, it was also the opening. It was like an opening gift or something, but it just got lost in it. Oh, I have 3. I'm sorry. And it was Money for Papes. And it's like the Newsboys like pouch for monies. And then in another dollar bin, I have to look up his name because I just went completely blank. Stand by. Do you guys like my name? My singing? No, stop it. I found this like random mirror. Like it was like a handheld mirror. It was kind of Egyptian-y, but it was like plaster. And I was like, oh, I guess it's kind of cool. And why can I not find it? I want to say it belonged. I will find the name. It was like one of the main producers. That's not Harvey Fierstein. Of Kinky Boots. And it was a gift from his mother. It had a gift, like a birthday card in it. It was crazy. It was like so weird.
That's so cool.
Wow. I found stuff from, I have it in my other room. I have an opening night gift that's an ice bucket for Frozen. And both Anna and Elsa signed it, which is super fun. It's my favorite time I could talk about all of the money I've spent. Like I have a custom painted Finding Neverland clutch that's signed by the whole cast. I have the Wicked Grimmery. You have no idea what you're going to find. It changes by the hour, by the day, like because it's only one day. But you never know. You have baked goods. It's so much fun. But to answer Glenn's question, Glenn, they will. So they will announce, and we'll definitely keep you guys posted. We're actually speaking with Broadway Flea or Broadway Cares this week. They have like a list of the celebrities, like the Broadway stars that'll be appearing, and it'll be one nominal fee for each group. So like 3 or 4, whoever it is, and you'll pay the fee, you'll wait for that line, and then you'll be able to get all 3 or 4 or whatever it is at the same time. So they'll sign whatever you want. They also have a ton of playbills for sale. Some of them are just like 10 for $1. Others are like hundreds of dollars because it's something you can never find again. They'll do giveaways. The auction is freaking cool as hell.
And there is an online auction as well. And the online pre-bidding will start this week on September 6th.
Yes, which is Friday.
Keep an eye out if you wanted to get started on the pre-bidding. Yes. You want to get started if you are not local to New York and you wanted to bid on some things from afar.
But speaking of not being local to New York, after tonight's episode, Amber and I are working on our Google form because last year I proxied for buy sell, and it was a great experience. What does that mean, Heather? That means if you, 1, don't like big crowds, 2, can't get to the city, 3, are in another area, state, country, whatever, I'm going to have a sign up form, and it's going to be limited because I can't do it all. I wish I could. It'll be limited probably to like the first 20 people. And I will actually go and shop for you. So I've been sent on missions to find before, like leggings from Phantom of the Opera. I found them. I was sent on a mission to go do this. I found it. It was just this really rewarding experience to be able to help out our members. So make sure, again, you stay tuned. Follow us here. Once it's live, we'll post it on the Facebook group, on Instagram, and also we will have it at the very top of the Broadway Fan Club website. So
yes.
We are happy to answer whatever questions you have about Broadway Flea.
I actually have some questions about Broadway Flea. That I would like to pose.
Bring it on, sister.
Well, so this is the 38th annual Broadway Flea. There have been 37 previous. And I would like to pose a question to everyone. If someone can guess the ballpark of where we have raised and about how much money has been raised
because
by
all
Broadway Cares.
All of it.
If people can guess about a ballpark, I would love to send you a bracelet from the Broadway Fan Club.
What?
So,
okay, that's cool. She strings all these surprises on me tonight. I love it.
I know.
So we're
drop
talking
your guesses in the comments. So that means closest without going over.
Okay, so you want them to tell you how much has been raised up to this year?
Up to this year, total, yes.
Guys, most of the answers are on Google.
37 years worth of Broadway Cares.
Also, let's just say the first person to get closest to the pin or right on it, because Amber is not going to send 200 bracelets to people that are going to get closer.
Right.
I love that. I love when she gets surprises like this. This is great. Oh, Glenn, that's good. Glenn says that they're going to be going with their family for the first time. I'm going to warn you, it is wall-to-wall people. Now, I have a very specific kind of claustrophobia with my PTSD. I don't like a lot of people shoving all at once, but the volunteers for Broadway Cares have been really great in facilitating. It's tables lined up. They literally have like half the street with stanchions. The other side of that is where the tables are. The Schubert Alley obviously is non-accessible to vehicles regardless. That's where the main auction is held. Last year, I was randomly there, and my girl Shauna, who I've known since middle school. Love her, Shauna Bresnahan. Hopefully she'll see this one of these days. She's very busy with the baby. But I was standing there and she texted me. She's like, hey, are you going to Broadway Flea? I know you usually come up for it. And I'm like, I'm actually at Broadway Flea right now. And she's like, oh my God, me too. And I'm like, oh my God, where? We were literally like from here to my wall, but because you couldn't see, it was so much fun. Like we hadn't seen each other in a couple of years because she had a baby, and it's very hard to bring a small child to Midtown Manhattan. So it was a fun little reunion. I got to see her for a little bit. She's the one that got me started on Flea like 14 years ago, and I've become obsessed, and it's her fault that I spend so much money.
Olivia, that's a little too high. Close though, 40 million. A little bit too high.
Now, do they have to submit it here, or we're going to do it for the next like 24 hours that they can comment on the video?
Yeah, they can comment on the video for the next 24 hours. Closest, we will send you a message.
Yes, I love it. That's awesome. But yes, it's wall to wall to wall to wall to wall to wall to wall. Jeff asked, what's the next show? He is seeing Stereophonic Wednesday afternoon. Me personally, I don't have a show lined up yet, but I'm going to be going up for Flea, and I already know I'm seeing Water for Elephants because I've been told, even though I was already planning on it, that I'm going, and I'm so beyond excited to see Kyle. I'm so excited. And Philippe too. We have some really great new cast members. Why are you smiling and giggling? Because you have a show coming up. I hate you. What did you do?
You're gonna laugh.
What did you do?
I do that. You know how I do that thing where I buy tickets like months in advance?
What did you do?
I totally forgot that I have a ticket for 6 that I bought months ago on September 15th.
Bitch.
I just
Yeah. So I see. So you can be in the city 4 days before I get there.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Oh, Lucy. My next show is Cabaret when Adam Lambert joins. Yes.
That's so exciting.
Now
I have a ticket for that in January.
Did you get me a ticket for that one too, or do I have to suffer?
There was only one available, my friend.
Rude. That's okay. Just hit up some people. Lucy, I have to ask, are you, first off, I love your profile photo. Secondly, are you a Glambert, or are you going because you love Adam Lambert, you want to see him perform, or are you a Cabaret fan and it just happened to be the right timing? Must know these things. But
yeah,
I'm super
Those are
excited.
all great questions.
Oh, you're a Glambert. Yay. Okay, that's fun. Super exciting. I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit, and if you're up for it, maybe we'll have you on the show one of these days.
And you know what?
Yes, you did make them.
Lambert bracelets.
Yes. Oh, and your sister loves cabaret. That's fantastic. Is that, wait, let me look at the back of that bracelet. Those are so pretty. You did so good, Amber. Amber's been playing around with stuff. I love it. Yes, cool. Lucy, send us a message at the Broadway Fan Club. Let's talk more. I'm so excited. And like, look, that show is hard on people. Honestly, I think Water for Elephants is too. If you look, I was looking at Marissa's photos from like, and Stan's photos of day one with Grant compared to like now, like Grant's like jacked up now. That's really hard. They're very difficult. Yeah. Very, very, very
demanding roles. Yeah.
Very. So to kind of go back to Jeff's question, I'm definitely seeing Water for Elephants. I'm also definitely going to get a ticket for Cabaret no matter what I have to do, because I love Adam Lambert. I'm not a Glambert. I'm not there yet, but I'm determined to. And I love oh my God, blah 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 blah. Why am I blanking on her name? Ali Carvalho. There we go.
I was gonna say I can't pronounce it. Alili.
Yeah, I was talking Friday night at the Cat Cafe about it to everybody. I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited about Alili," and they're like, "Wait, freaking Moana is gonna be in Cabaret." I'm like, "Freaking Moana is gonna be in Cabaret." So yeah, it's gonna be really incredible to see them both do this huge debut. I'm so excited for it. Oh, yeah. You know, we didn't talk about Amber.
What?
What's going on at the Museum of Broadway?
Oh.
Yeah.
How did we almost forget?
I don't know. We were also talking so much Moulin Rouge stuff, and then we just blinked. Boop.
We just jumped right over it. So September 4th, there is a special event which will be commemorating the kind of the almost end of the Moulin Rouge exhibit that is happening right now.
That. Not the end of Moulin Rouge show.
The end of the Moulin Rouge exhibit at the Museum of Broadway, which ends on, I believe, September 6th or the 8th, one of the two even numbered days. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I think it's the 8th.
But we have former Moulin Rouge stars Derek Klena and Ashley Lauren, who will be at the Museum of Broadway doing a talk back. They will be doing some performances. There will be champagne. They're
doing a custom tour. Like they're getting a
food and drinks. Yes. There will be a private tour of the exhibit, which includes costumes, pieces of the set.
Yep, props, artwork. I mean, guys, the Moulin Rouge exhibit itself, like I don't know who's seen it or who even got to see like the sparkling diamond when the exhibit wasn't rocking, but they still had her in the costume section. Very specifically was like taking photos looking like a creep because I'm going to be building that costume, and a girl freaking built it at BroadwayCon and it was amazing. But Derek Klena and Ashley Lauren, it's through Chase. So I believe you have to be a Chase member.
I believe so, cool. Yes.
It's kind of like how American Express the Tony Awards. But check it out. We posted a link online. Check it out. Go to the Museum of Broadway's website, and then I think it has to pop up for your area. It was a little bit funky of a website for us. Maybe it was just, technology.
For us, yeah. Send me a DM if you need help. I don't mind helping.
And for those of you that didn't know that there's actually private spaces inside the Museum of Broadway, you can actually rent them, which is really cool. And if it's in the room that I think it's going to be at, it's going to be a very intimate thing. So like go get the tickets, do the thing. I'm shocked by Jessica Gerard, who was our friend to the show and huge fan. I am shocked that she's not telling us that she's going. I know that she's going.
She's missing it by 2 days.
Yeah. But it's super cool. I haven't seen a lot being promoted about it. We wanted to tell you guys about it. I've seen the show 12 times. And I love me some Derek Klena and Ashley Lauren. So I'm very sad.
3.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, you little newbie.
I thought 3 times was a lot, too.
I mean, I literally have seen Phantom and Moulin Rouge the same amount of times. And that's okay. It's my comfort show. It's like, I love it. First off, sexy people. Secondly, being in that theater is so incredible. I usually make friends with somebody and go up to the champagne lounge. If you don't know about that, do the experience. It's so, so nice. You can leave your stuff there. They have a full bar. They have snacks. That whole theater, Alex Winter literally renovated that entire theater, and so freaking stunning. And then, was it yesterday that I posted, Amber? 7 years ago, I was at the real Moulin Rouge.
Yes.
Let me tell you, there's not an elephant. There's a windmill that's attached to the sign. My mom and I went. I begged her. Yes, I know we're over our hour, but it's going to be one of those shows. I begged for her. I was like, I want to go to the Moulin Rouge. I got to go to the Moulin Rouge. I love the Moulin Rouge. Blah, 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 blah. Guys, if you ever go to Paris and you go to Montmartre and you go to the Moulin Rouge, be prepared to see a lot of naked people. That's all it is. It's burlesque, but like dancing burlesque, but not like seductive burlesque. It's like naked men and women doing cartwheels and splits. Blows your mind. Not cheap. But it was fun. Mom and I sat at the tiniest little table. For those of you that have done the Kit Kat Club like table seating, it's smaller than those tables, and they put like cheese and wine in front of you. It's fantastic. It was fantastic. So yes, do the thing. Don't hold back. No holds barred. Go do it, and go check out the Museum of Broadway. If you don't know what the Museum of Broadway is, shame. If you're a theater fan, go. It's such an experience. I think generally it takes about an hour and a half-ish to get through. It took me over 3 hours because I stopped and looked at everything and interacted with each exhibit. And I left just in like the most lovely of happy tears trailing down my face, because it just felt like finally there was a way to celebrate Broadway and commemorate it. Amber, I want to talk about one more thing. I think is that all we have on our list?
I have one more thing as well.
Okay, you do your one thing, and then I'll talk about the other thing.
Just wanted to give a shout out to the cast of The Great Gatsby.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone had been following in our group. Again, we do have a group for The Great Gatsby, but we posted last week, I believe last week on Tuesday, they had a night where there were 12 tracks covered by understudies in that show.
That's insane.
The 4 main leads, so Nick, Gatsby, Daisy, and Jordan, were all played by understudies. And then 8 ensemble tracks were also covered by.
I'm going to clap.
That's phenomenal.
I mean, they're so prepared for it, for like standbys and understudies. Guys, these people they go to the show at the same amount of time, and they sit in the dressing rooms or in a holding area, half dressed or mostly dressed, and just waiting. And sometimes they don't know until the last minute. I mean, literally, in the middle of Gatsby, there was a switch out while I was there at intermission. And
when I saw Kit Kat Club, or when I saw Cabaret, there was we were on the phone and you were like, oh, there was a switch. Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible. And definitely like, I hate it because I hate it like this. I go to the stage door if I want to stage door something, or I see people stage dooring, and if that big star doesn't come out, they don't care. But you know what, guys? I am that silly girl that's like, woohoo, ensemble. Yeah, musicians. Pit.
Everyone. Yeah, everyone. I'm cheering for everyone.
You see the musicians like come out and they're like, I got my stuff. And people are like, and I'm like, yeah, you're the best second violin to the right ever. Woo!
Right, I agree. I also just want to point out as well that was the first time that both female leads were played by Black women in The Great Gatsby, which is very, very historic for, just that show and just Broadway in general. It's very, nice to see the colorblind casting.
Yes.
Changing
a big fight in Broadway right now. People are like, it shouldn't be colorblinding. But why? We're telling a story. Like, it doesn't, unless you're talking about Rapunzel with her long golden hair, it doesn't matter what the hair is attached to. If that person can portray that character, For sure.
Exactly. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. So a fantastic job to them. Bravo to all of the amazing cast members at The Great Gatsby for keeping that show going. They did amazing.
Yeah. And I see this is what happens when you eat one Uncrustable for the whole day and you didn't eat dinner. I had the thing on top of my head and I think it's gone now. It's okay. It's gonna be like that. If it happens, I'm gonna like think for a second. I just don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. It's an off day for me. But yeah, I vented about my stage door thing. Okay, cool. I'll remember it eventually.
Yeah. Next time we'll save it for next week.
Oh, you're like, Amber, I'm not letting you talk. I'm gonna talk now.
Yeah, right.
Just make sure you guys support the community. It's really important. Support the arts however you can. We appreciate you guys supporting us. There are so many different ways that you can come and hang out. Oh, and you know what? You can come and hang out at the Broadway Cruise, which I think Amber is going to eventually come on. And if you don't know what we're talking about, we'll give you a quick little commercial about it. Broadway Cruise. I don't get paid for this. Amber doesn't get paid for this. Broadway Cruise doesn't pay us, but I am such a freaking huge fan of it. I'm going to encourage you to go to the Broadway Cruise. Use referral code 2, number 2, B like boy, F like Frank, C like Charlie, meaning 2 big freaking coupon. But it's the Broadway Cruise. You're going to get $100 off your booking. It's next March 31st through April 4th, leaving out of Miami on Norwegian Gem. Super cool. People, oh, Lucy, you're going on the cruise. Okay, see, told you. We're going to have an unofficial, official Broadway fan club meetup. Lucy, did you already book? Yes, everyone should go. It's so much fun. Adam Pascal is going to be there. Amazing. Anthony Rapp. Bob freaking Mackey is going to be there. Shoshana Bean. Wayne Brady, Casey Levy, Corey Cott's Arms. I'm going to continue seeing it. Is it okay? So, Lucy, did we meet on the cruise? Because if we did, I'm so sorry that you didn't. I don't know specifically who you are, but if you're not and you didn't meet me, we're definitely going to hang out. Guys, it is full Broadway from start to finish. When I was getting on the ship, people were singing the traveling song from Shrek, and I was like, yep, these are my people. I also put together like a little fish extenders if you've ever done a Disney Cruise Line. Oh, okay. Noted. Thank you. I feel good now. Thank you, Lucy. Yes, Christian Borle is incredible. Love him so much. It is going to be such a great time. Please come. Let's have this fun little meetup idea that I'm doing. It's not very expensive. You can either get tickets to the cabaret or not. It's gonna be a hell of a time, guys. And I'm gonna continue to save us until Amber freaking books. She's like, I have to get through this wedding first. I'm like, but
once I get through this wedding, this wedding is like taking up all my brain power.
I know. Olivia said I need to go on the cruise. Olivia, I'm going to tell you something. It'll blow your mind if you haven't heard about this. They have what's called the stage door experience, which is apparently where I met Lucy. And they split the celebrities up for these 2 stage door days. So it's usually like the day at sea, and you wait in line and you go and you get to meet everybody. You can have an item signed. I specifically bought like the Broadway Cruise poster and had everybody sign on it. You can bring playbills, you can bring gifts, you can bring whatever. And you're getting the opportunity to talk. That's when I had my really incredible conversation with Cheyenne Jackson that I'll never forget. But it's such a great experience. Everybody's a little bit more relaxed. I mean, Norm Lewis did a freaking ice cream party where he was scooping ice cream wearing a chef's hat in the kitchen. It was fantastic. So please go check it out if you haven't. I'd love to see more of our members on there. I do run the Broadway Cruise 2 alumni group. So Lucy, if you're not part of that, shame. But I would love to be able to put together like a Broadway fan club shirt for people that are on the cruise. So lots more to come. Oh, yeah, Lucy says, Reeve Carney was walking all over the boat. Yes, I'm very well aware because our dear friend to the show and friend to me and Amber, Melissa, was the one wearing the Reeve Carney pajamas she got custom made and was obsessed. And I think she took about 8 or 10 photos with him walking around the ship. And yes, we were very well aware of where Reeve was at all times because Melissa would just stop and start walking somewhere else. It was great.
So perfect.
It's ridiculous. ridiculous. It's just a lot of fun. Next year's itinerary is going to Cancun. I've never been to Cancun. But it's like you get on the ship, you leave, you have a day at sea, you go to Cancun, you leave, you have another full day at sea, and then you get back. So it's quick, it's easy, it's a Monday through Friday thing instead of over the weekend. I'm super stoked for it. I'm going. Amber's going to go. I don't care if I have to pack in my damn suitcase. You're coming. Yes. So make sure if you're going to Broadway Fan Club, you can go follow the website, the Broadway Cruise, or just go to thebroadwaycruise.com, promo code 2BFC. Olivia, save up money, but make sure you use that promo code. It's under referrer code, but it's going to give you $100 off. In the interim, as we keep saying, go to www.thebroadwayfanclub.com to see all 66. Thank you, Heathers. All 66 fan groups that we're running currently. And stay tuned because within the next week or two, we might be adding more official friends. So, but we have really exciting guests at the end of the month, don't we, Amber?
We do. You gonna break the news?
I don't know. Should we break it together?
I'll let you take care of it.
Oh, jeez. No pressure or anything. No pressure at all. I don't know. Should we make them guess?
Oh, it's gonna be a really tough guess, but
okay.
Oh, sure.
So let's give the show. Okay. So we have a guest that's coming from somewhere that's green.
Yep.
Anybody? Bueller? Nobody? Down on Skid Row. They are the mother of all mothers. No. Okay. September 30th. So excited to announce that our dear friend Noel McNeil is going to be coming to the show. We're going to have a full conversation with him. All things Skid Row. All things Bear in the Big Blue House. All things working with all of his creative talents. He's such a nice, lovely individual. And you guys are going to start to see a lot of really familiar faces coming soon. As we have Olivia, yay! As we have a lot of really incredible people who want to be part of this journey with us at the Broadway Fan Club. So thanks for spending a little bit of extra time with us today, but we had to make an announcement. We're so excited. Stay tuned here every Monday, except the Monday I'm coming back from New York, which means I probably should book my flight and my hotel soon. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oopsie. So we'll be doing Monday, blah, 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 blah. So Monday the 9th, which is next Monday the 16th, the week I get back from New York, we'll be doing a show on the 26th, and then we'll have Noel on the show on the 30th. So please share with your friends. Tell them how exciting we are that I have hiccups tonight. It's great. That if anything, they're just watching for the great entertainment value of everything and to see if I'm wearing glasses or not. And puppy tax and fur tax from Amber's side of the world. Oh, Eli, I love you so much already. I love her little ears. He's so cute, so tiny.
Hello, he's so small.
Do you still have Zen over there too?
No, Zen left this morning.
Zen went home. You could not do that to Zen. He would have chewed your face off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Eli needs some cuddles. Oh, cuddle puppy. And maybe we'll talk about the Broadway pup next week and see what kind of fun things are going on with them. So again, thanks guys for a little bit longer than our usual show. Lots to get out there. And don't forget, if there's a topic you guys want to talk about, or, we'll do some fun little things as we head into the spooky season. Happy September, y'all. Happy September. And as always, when theaters are dark and Broadway is dark, we're keeping that ghost light burning. Make sure you follow us at fanclub.com. I am Heather, signing off for the evening. Have a great week.
All right. See you next week.
Ciao for
Bye,
now.
guys.